Have you ever been browsing through UK car sales or auction websites and seen what looks like a lower priced bargain classic car, only to find that there's an insurance category marker on it, like Cat C or Cat S, and it's put you off? These insurance markers mean that at some point in the past, the car has been involved in an incident, and the insurer has decided that it either shouldn't or couldn't be repaired economically. Are you right to be put off buying these cars? Are they too risky? Or are they an opportunity for a savvy buyer to bag a bargain? Let's take a closer look into the world of the classic car write-off. Firstly, let's look in more detail at what a write-off actually is. As I mentioned, it's a car that's been involved in an incident. Notice I said incident, not accident, as it could easily be a theft or a flooding as it could an actual crash, and the owner has claimed against their insurance policy. When the insurance company have had the damage to the car assessed, they've decided to pay out the market value or insured value of the car rather than have it repaired. That process then writes off their liability for insuring the car and they take ownership of it. The claimant walks away with the money to put toward buying another car. There are different reasons why the insurance company makes the decision to write off the car, and this gives rise to the four categories of insurance write-off. For a Category A write-off, it means that the vehicle has been so badly damaged it is unsafe to ever be repaired and returned to the road, so the car has to be completely scrapped. With the Category B write-off, the car has also suffered extensive damage, and the body shell should be scrapped and never repaired, but working parts can be salvaged from the car and resold. The codes and the meanings of the next two less severe write-off categories changed in October 2017. But as we're talking about classic cars, we should explain the old ones first. Category C indicated that the cost of a proper repair was more than the value of the car, while Category D meant that it was cheaper to repair the car than to replace it. With the rising cost to repair cars, and insurance companies using different thresholds of what an economically viable repair was, the Association of British Insurers decided to do away with Categories C and D and bring in S and N. Cat S means that the car has suffered structural damage, such as a bent or twisted chassis or subframe, or a collapsed crumple zone at one end of the car. Before it can be used on the road again, it must be professionally repaired and MOT inspected and re-registered with the DVLA. Cat N signifies that the damage is more cosmetic and non-structural, or the car has a significant malfunction and isn't economical to repair. It doesn't mean that the car is safe to drive, as there may be issues with key components like steering or brakes. So what about buying a write-off? Well, unless you are a licensed vehicle scrapper, you should never be able to buy Category A or B cars, although you may see them listed on salvage auction websites like Copart. But you will see C and D if they were written off before October 2017, and Cat S and N cars. So what should you be mindful of when buying a write-off? The big questions you need to ask the vendor are: what happened? Why was it written off? What repairs were done? Who carried them out? Can you show me proof of repair? You'll need to know these things not just to satisfy yourself that the car you are buying is safe and represents value for money, but also to satisfy a potential buyer if you intend to sell it on in the future. Of course, if the car is a Cat N, it may not yet have been repaired, and that in itself can represent an opportunity for you to buy the car for a low price, then repair and resell it, if you have the tools and the skills. If there is an insurance assessor's report outlining the work you will need to do or have done, then this will help you establish what you're prepared to pay to buy the car. In this scenario, it could even be your own car that's been written off, and you're well within your rights to ask to buy it back off the insurance company and repair it yourself. It could certainly be cheaper than buying a replacement, particularly if the insurance payout was below market value. Vendors and classified websites must declare if a car has previously been written off, but you should always use one of the many car history checking apps or websites before you take the plunge. If you're still unsure, get the vehicle professionally inspected. Another cost you should factor in is that your insurers will probably charge you a higher premium to cover the additional risk that a previous write-off could pose. So let's take a look at some classic car write-offs currently listed for sale in the UK. The vendor of this 1959 Austin Healey 100 has addressed the Cat C up front in their description and mentions an engineer's report. If I was interested in this car, I'd ask to see that report, and any other history of work done to it. In the photos, the car looks immaculate, citing a restoration in 2011 and a new interior a few years ago. Despite this, I'd still expect the asking price to be a little lower than cars without a Cat C marker. Looking at other similar cars for sale, I think this one is probably £4,000 to £5,000 lower, so it represents a good buy. Don't forget, you'll need to be as upfront if you sell it on in the future, and also expect a lower than average sale price. This 1970 Triumph TR6 is listed by the retail arm of a salvage auction company. Other than the automatically applied markers for the car being a Cat S and imported, there's nothing by way of a description of the car, nor any information on what caused the structural damage or how it was repaired. Added to that, the asking price of just under £20,000 is probably right in the middle of what TR6s tend to go for, so speaking personally, I'd avoid this car. Closer to my heart is this Series 2 Lotus Esprit with a Cat C marker. The vendor's description references a backdate of the nose to a Series 1 shape prior to their ownership as being the cause of the write-off. By that I think they mean that the backdate was done as a way of repairing the damage, but there's no information as to what caused it or whether there is paperwork showing the work done. This reinforces what I said about asking previous owners what happened, so you can properly explain it to a future potential buyer, something that this owner clearly didn't do. That said, if there is paperwork to back up their claims of £20,000 spent on the car, including an engine rebuild, then £35,000 is perhaps not too bad, although you can see other unadulterated S2 Esprits on sale for less. It would come down to a thorough inspection. The last classic write-off listed is a 1979 R107 Mercedes 450 SL with a Cat N marker. A reminder that N is the least severe category and indicates cosmetic damage or a costly malfunction. There's no description at all for this listing, and only 7 photos, so there's not much to go on. A thorough inspection would certainly be required. That said, at an asking price of £13,500, I wouldn't even get excited. There are plenty of this generation of Mercedes SL around, without Cat markers, for similar money or less. My conclusion then is that you shouldn't immediately discount classic car write-offs. But you need to go in with your eyes wide open, do a history check, ask lots of questions, thoroughly inspect the car and look for proof of proper repairs or an assessor's report. If you're handy with the spanners, it could represent an opportunity to make little money, or at worst to cover the costs of a hobby. Capture it on video and you could become the Matt Armstrong of the classic car world, featuring repairs to crashed classics. Crashed Classics. Not a bad name for a YouTube channel. Let me know what you think about buying classic car write-offs. Have you ever bought one? And don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already for more classic car content. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.